Hi, my name is Alicia Lopez and I'm a film director from Bolivia. I'm currently in Milano connecting with other filmmakers, and I had the opportunity to have this interview with Vertigo Film Festival. Well, this is funny. I was working as a bit of an actor, model when I was younger, and I used to see people working behind the camera and really be interested in their work and jobs, and I wanted to do that. Like, I'm crazy about this, I want to learn more, and I got a job as a production assistant, and I started learning more and more. I love directing. I think we all do direct at some point. For me, it's always been behind the camera, next to the camera. I want to do more of cinematography because I really like the handheld job, or just creating the scene through image and generating the feeling through the use of the sequences in camera. That's something I really love. Directing, I think, to me, it's 100% the work with the camera and the actors. Sami, actually, it was just 3 different pages of 3 different ideas. Then I saw that there was this competition, so you could just turn in whatever you wanted to create and you could win a little fund. I already had the idea in my mind, so I just went on and started writing. My father is a psychiatrist, so I went to him with the idea. I was like, I want to create this character that has this and that, and I don't want to be very specific about anything like deeply, but I want to create a character that thrives through music. So he just gave me some ideas, a little to read about, and that's how Sami was born. But we were about to shoot before the lockdown and the pandemic, but we had to stop and wait. We were one of the first projects to be rolled through the pandemic, which was strange, but it worked out. We couldn't have many people over at location, so we just had our main 2 actors and our other 2 secondary actors, but never together at the same time. Well, one of the main problems we had, it was the time that we could shoot during the day. We had restrictions. You could only circulate through the city between 6 and 8. We had a crew that needed to move and get into locations earlier, so we had a bit of a problem with that. You can only work for 12 hours, but we knew that we had such little time to make so many scenes that we sometimes had to go a little bit over. The problem was running back home after the shot and not getting caught. Another issue was that we used a lot of the city locations, like the local theater. We wouldn't have gotten that if it wasn't a regular schedule, because it's always booked for the whole year. But since there wasn't any theater going on, we could borrow it for 2 days in a special schedule. So we actually got to work there, which was very special, because in a different situation we only could have had it for 3 hours or maybe 4, but we actually had it for 2 whole days, which was crazy. Well, my experience, I think it's really good to make short films, because it's a way of knowing your own way of working, to developing your own style, to get to know the crew that you work with, and that's also very important. When you work with people that you actually connect, you just flow with. You can only create it by working more than a few times together, and short films is a great way of doing that, especially to know how to cut, what to remove, and then when you write it, you just know it's not going to work, so just toss it, and well, that helps. So it's a great school, yes, definitely. And as a main goal, many filmmakers that make movies also make short films. Wes Anderson keeps making short films because he likes it, and Taika Waititi is another director that makes short films for himself, because it's not for a special distribution system. You just do it because you love to do it. You want to tell a short story, you want to get to a special audience. Maybe you don't have a budget, but you really believe in your idea, so you just go for it. And hopefully, if you can manage to get someone to like it and finance your long project, then that's great. But I haven't seen many people do that. I know a lot of people want to use short films as a gate to make movies, but I think it's also a great way of creating. Well, you hit a very important point there. I thought about it a lot, and all I have seen with short films is distribution through festivals. I haven't seen platforms buying short films unless they are award-winning with like Oscars or Cannes or something like that. But I think there's a lot of people that actually look for them online. So maybe a platform that's specifically for it, not just YouTube, because a lot of filmmakers just throw their short films on YouTube or Vimeo. But maybe a platform that would gather a lot of short films could be useful for the ones that want to show and the ones that are seeking to see more. I don't know if that already exists, maybe it does. I don't know of it. But I don't know if there's actually a market for that. You have either people who want to go to the cinema or watch movies at home, or people who consume fast, easy content on easy platforms like Reels or TikTok, and then you have YouTube. That's a whole different channel. To find the middle point through all of that and actually monetize it, I think whoever discovers it should call us all. I don't know how we could actually bring more people back into cinemas, but I also think there's a change in how people consume things. I think the internet is changing the regular habits for consumption of image and storytelling for people, so I think we have to adapt more, because I don't think we're going to be able to just bring everyone back in. I think it's going to be something more exclusive. Maybe it should be treated like that, as it was 100 years ago. The platforms make it easy, people create their own content, so they don't relate as much to the idea of seeing someone on the big screen as special as it used to be. I think that's also something, just the force of habit of consumption. So I think it's something that we should study everywhere, how people just consume, what do they want to see. Because there's already that. Distribution is only created to have people go, pay, get the money, make another film that people are going to pay to see. And that's why we have these other distribution systems that are a little bit more artistic or auteur directed. I think that if we actually discover a way to have this content, this material created by artistic directors or people like that, seen or broadcasted better, it would be great. But we actually have to see if people are actually going to see it. That's tricky. Yeah, cosa che non abbiamo detto è cosa penso del festival, che penso che è anche importante. Okay, Sami has been through a lot of short film festivals over the world, which was great, but not all of them were very serious with the treatment of the work. And what I really, really liked about the Vertigo Film Festival is that it actually displayed in a big theater, and it had an audience, and they were very serious about the communication, who won, who didn't, and the timing. For me, it's really important and special to have people see it and to have my project considered. That's my experience with the Vertigo Film Festival. It's very serious and very respectful of my work, so I would actually recommend.